Well, I sure had a great time in Bourbonville. Let's go see the action at Oldsmobile. Hey, Sandcar Adventure Crew, Conrad coming at you with a classified ad review for Monday, June 20th, 2022. But before we jump into that, consider hitting that subscribe button right here. Thank you. Also, consider heading over to sandcarbysell.com and get yourself some merch. And without further ado, let's jump into this classified ad review. Okay, so I told you guys that I only pick machines that I would personally buy, build, or drive myself, and this is one bitchin' little car. I really like it. So before I go too far, this car is brought to you by Sandcar Buy Sell crew member Gavin Iza. He is out of San Diego, California. He is asking $13,000 or best offer. Worth every penny if you ask me. 2008 special construction 4-seater. Says he's got a small bench in the rear, and I'll mention that small bench, let's see, when we get there. It is a Honda 3.5 powered car. So you got your water-cooled V6, right? Hondas, you cannot go wrong with that 3.5 V6. Has a Weddle 091 6-rib trans, 5x5 mid-board rear arms, Willwood brakes, 4x1 front arms, 3-inch lift combo spindles. I mean, God, he's talking my language, right? This thing's built right. 2.5x12 king coilovers for the rear, Kings for the front, limit straps on all 4 corners. Comes with a set of paddles on Douglas beadlocks as well as 5 BTRs, which these are the BTR wheels right here. And then we've also got, what does he say? Only real con is the front seats are torn. Unbelievable, isn't it? That would be the thing that he puts on here, that the seats are torn, right? But that tells you the overall condition of the car. And then what else do we have? Car is extremely dialed, fast, nimble, and plush. One trip on the car since full tune-up. Okay, so let's jump into these photos and take a closer look. Did I happen to mention how much I love this bitchin' car? I mean, it's just an epic machine, and it looks like so much fun. Because, of course, he's going to include a set of sand tires, right? So we've got the Desert set up right now. So you could use this thing in King of the Hammers. Could you imagine running this car around King of the Hammers with all your buddies for the week? I mean, dude, what a kick in the ass that would be. Or how about Ocotillo Wells? I mean, this car looks right at home in this setup, doesn't it? And we love Ocotillo Wells. What do we have out there? The Pumpkin Patch, Blow Sand Hill. You can go out and see that mud pot thing that goes, whatever it is. But it would be so much fun out in Ocotillo. I mean, dude, how fun would this car be down in Rocky Point? Driving around on the street, on the beach, off-roading. I mean, it would be a great rig to just run around and have a good time with on vacation, right? Or I've got a better idea. How about you pick up this rig and take it out to the Baja Society Takeover in Johnson Valley on January 12th through the 15th of 2023. Head over to BajaSocietyEvents.com to register and look up all that information. This is going to be hosted by Lasertown. Okay, and let's not forget my favorite place on earth, the Imperial Sand Dunes Recreation Area. So if we throw some paddle tires on this car, we can have a kick-ass time because this is overall really lightweight with high horsepower Honda V6. It'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so enough of looking at all the places you can take this bitchin' car out to and build those family memories. Let's jump inside and see what we see. So it's got a really nice set of BTR wheels on 33-inch. Looks like an all-terrain type tire. Widened beam, coilover fronts. Looks like a nice set of tubular trailing arms. We've got king shocks in the back here. What else do I see? Of course, you know, I'm always going to point out the side steps. It's funny when you leave those off and you're like, darn it. But the structure on the chassis is pretty nice. I mean, look at where the tubing comes up on this. You've got your front push bumper. Looks like everything is tied in together on that. I love the A-pillar. Again, getting in and out, having a lot of room. So it looks like it's got a really nice set of off-road high back seats with some decent belts and a bench seat across the back. But that's about all I see on this one. Let's jump to the next photo. Okay, so now we've got a side view of this rig. And I'm not sure what the wheelbase is, but it looks like it's spot on. I bet you this thing handles the whoop-de-doos with no issues. Nice set of full side panels. I like that they're cut off right here, right? Because when you're in the driver's seat, you can look out right here. And you can see I'm not a huge fan of enclosed cockpit cars. I really like these side panels that are cut back, or even if they're cut right here so you can have even more visibility to your tires. They don't look as cool, but form versus function, I don't know. I prefer to have a shorter side panel on the side, but I digress. Triangulation across the back here. I mean, it's just a stout car. It looks like we've got a round fuel cell in there, and we've got a, what is that, a Unique Metal Products air cleaner on there, which is definitely necessary if you're going to be doing the hard pack stuff. Oh, but look at that, even the gusset up in the front here. I mean, all in all, it's just a bitchin' build. All right, let's move on to the next picture. Okay, so now we've got our rear 3/4 view. Let's see what we see. So again, double sheared up here, nice triangulation. Very strong car. Limiting straps. Oh, he did mention that it has limiting straps all the way around. So that's definitely nice. We've got our 3.5 Honda V6 in here. It looks like it's got a set of headers with some cans on there. I think those are Camco. Is Camco still in business? It's been a while since I've run a Camco, like years, but radiator mounted up high in the airflow. Got an 091 6-rib transmission, which is out of the VW bus. This is a fantastic package because, as I mentioned in other videos, these are usually good up to about 300 horsepower. So running it against a Honda V6 shouldn't be a problem at all. But otherwise, this is just, I mean, I look at this picture and I'm like, yeah, no, it's a bitchin' car. All right, next. Okay, so now we get a look at the car naked. And first things I see is just the structure. Look at the lacing in here. Super safe car. You roll this over and you're going to be safe. You're going to be all right. And let's see, here we are back to the Honda. It looks like it's got some paint detail on it. There's those better shot of those headers. Actually, I can blow that up, huh? Better shot of those headers. It's got the remote reservoirs on it, round fuel tank. Looks like the battery's down here. And I was curious about this when he mentioned that it was a 4-seater because it's got such it appears to have such a short wheelbase, right? But I think that for me, I could fit in this car. I don't know about putting adults in the back, right? Because the seat is up so much higher. You're probably going to put kids in the back or people that are shorter, right? So what I would call this, and you might have heard it before, is a 2+2. So you have 2 adults in the front and then 2 kids in the back, or 2 small folks in the back. So big guys probably don't fit in the back seat, but it still doesn't mean it's a 4-seater, right? I just consider 4-seaters as being something that I can fit in the back of. And it looks like we've got a nice steering wheel. Look at the foot plate right here for your passenger safety. Definitely paramount. We got a nice set of pedals, flat pedal. You know, I'm a fan of the flat pedals, rack and pinion that I see here. But otherwise, I don't really see anything else of note. Hey, and Gavin even gave us a video of his car in action. Check this out. Music to my ears. Look how it goes over the whoop-de-doos. Okay, folks, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. All in all, I think this is an epic build. It's a super bitchin' car. It's got a nice chassis, and it has all the right components on it, right? I mean, when I read that it's got a 3-inch lift combo front spindle on it, I mean, definitely forethought in building this car and his performance out in the desert and out in the dunes. I would love to take this thing for a ride. I would love to run it around town and be a good time. Oh, and I almost forgot, if you would like more information about this car or any other Sandcar that you see the reviews for on Sandcar Adventures, head over to Sandcar Buy Sell Crew on Facebook. You can reach out to Gavin on there or any of these other cars, or you can also leave a comment in this and we'll go ahead and get you in contact with the seller of this or any of the other vehicles. But otherwise, I think that's all I got. Please subscribe to the channel. Consider our Patreon if you'd like to support us financially. Oh, and by the way, stay tuned for the outtakes. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for watching. See you in the dunes. 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to drag all of these over here and shut this thing up. And without... Oh, there it is. All right, so let's jump inside to this car. The king of the hammers. Could you imagine running this thing? Throw some tires on. This is an over. I know, right?